All right, well, okay, so
like
while
15 minutes late, you couldn't do this.
while he does that, I gotta address something. Listen, a lot of recent viewers will know we have the P Boiz enemy list. It's a growing list of people who are enemies. We're gonna be adding another name to this list today because we have a new enemy. So you might be tuning in because you were expecting to see comedian Alec Flynn on the P Boiz today. But that son of a bitch, he canceled on us last minute. Okay, he told me months ago he'd do the podcast, and now he's
and he tragically died in a car accident.
Yeah, he died in a car accident. He messaged me earlier. He said I'm feeling dead. I think I'm going to be in bed all day. That's a bullshit answer, and this is the shit that I have to hide from these guys because I don't want them, to be demoralized by this negative energy. But
I want to call this guy a twerp.
We have to address it. Yeah,
a twerp,
fucking twerp, dude. It's ridiculous.
I haven't said that in a long time.
I've used the same excuse to not go to work before.
This is a different type of.
That's
work.
Not surprising.
So listen, to the true P fans out there, this is a request. Jaron, can I borrow your marker?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to add Alec Flynn to the P Boiz enemy list. Thank you. And this is a request. I gotta flex the true power of the #1 Michigan comedy podcast. Go to Alec Flynn's Instagram and comment on every single one of his posts. You are scared of the P Boiz, and show him, the true power that he.
Yeah, but isn't that engagement going to boost his?
No,
shit?
it's going to show him that he's scared of the P Boiz.
Didn't you learn anything from MGK, dude?
Well,
he's on the enemy list.
Thanks for being unequivocally
Alec
flat
Flynn,
on that, guys.
you really fucked up by not being here today, dude.
We all shoot the list now, right?
So you are.
I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks for bringing up
Break yourself, fool.
Yeah, so
that makes sense since you are heavily influenced by Eminem.
Yeah. Yep. 8 Mile.
But we're gonna look past that today.
All right, so fuck Alex. But more importantly, why has ranch dressing been added?
That was Jaron's addition. I don't know, Jaron. Do you want to explain yourself?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Got a bit of,
I'll tell you why, dude. It's something about the Midwest. They just feel comfortable drowning every single piece of fucking food that they have in ranch dressing. Ranch dressing, it smells up the area. You know what I'm saying? It just has a foul stench to it. And I just don't. There's something wrong with creamy dips, like a sour cream dip or something.
I like sour cream.
Nah, dude. I bet you like ranch dressing too.
I don't like ranch dressing.
Okay, mayo.
No, I don't like mayo.
Yeah, okay. So why do you like ranch dressing?
I don't like. He likes. Ranch.
Oh, you like ranch dressing?
I like
dude.
sour cream.
I enjoy. I actually don't eat a lot of ranch.
I bet
dressing,
you
but
dip
I
your pizza
certainly
in there
wouldn't
too.
I mean, I don't eat a lot of pizza. But if there was pizza and ranch, I have no problem sprinkling some ranch on.
If I have a chicken finger pita, I'll put ranch on that. But that's
nah, dude. Ranch is just it's an unnecessary, unflavorful fat.
I agree with
disgusting.
that. Yeah. There's no nutrition benefits from.
So are you just against condiments?
No. I'm pro barbecue. Give me an ally list. I'll put Sweet Baby Ray's on that bitch. I'll put some mustard on there.
Mustard,
and barbecue sauce and hot sauce. Those are the best ones. What? I like as a condiment, dude. I feel like it's more of like an ingredient for like few things.
When you said you were gonna sprinkle ranch, I thought it was a Jewish thing. Like they didn't make the sauce; it was just the dress, you were sprinkling
dehydrated ranch. They
just the
like
powder
the
before you mix it. Yeah.
No,
I thought we broke into a culture conversation.
We're dripping it or dipping it. I know how sauces work.
Filled the fish and ranch.
One time,
Michael, guide us. What is your opinion on ranch?
I like
dressing?
ranch. I don't put it on pizza though. I like it with a chicken tender.
Okay, yeah.
Or on my
chicken tender is not bad with ranch.
Yeah,
but.
We're really gonna have ranch on the same list as Yoko Ono. Did ranch break up the Beatles?
I bet you it did. I bet you it inspired the guy to write To Kill a Mockingbird. That inspired all of those people to kill those other people.
It only inspired one person to kill one of the Beatles.
What's that?
To Kill a Mockingbird. It only inspired one person to kill one of the Beatles.
Yeah, only one of the Beatles. But what about the countless other people that were killed by To Kill a Mockingbird that didn't make the news?
Conversation.
You prepared for that?
I'm underprepared for that.
All right, let's introduce our guest.
You should probably brush your hair a little bit more, and then you'd be prepared.
Returning guest, Brandon Mullins. He's brought a friend, Jaron Gordon. Welcome, Jaron. Michael Gaitis. I mean, you're basically a co-host at this point, so you don't need introduction.
Yeah, until you leave for Chicago.
Here to audit.
Yeah, dude, you're moving, man.
I'm gone.
To the Windy City.
Back to 63rd. And
When are you leaving?
guns.
Next week? Next.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Really?
We got to have a
I
Michael
want you to know
Guidas
that your
throwaway
Oblak
show.
reference didn't go unnoticed.
Yeah,
And I appreciate you.
It's okay.
These people don't get. They
No,
don't.
because
understand.
last time he was here, he said he came from Oblak, and I was like, no, you didn't.
At least you know what it
Hey,
is.
your homework on the boys popping out with a whole lot of
There you
switches
go.
though.
That's
Yeah,
right.
okay. See, when he said
You gotta
63rd,
give it-
when he said 63rd, I'm like, why does that sound like some hood ass shit?
Uneducated.
You know?
Uneducated. Yeah, I got shooters in the streets and shit.
Right.
I'm excited to.
God damn, Michael.
Yep.
So yeah, we're sad to lose such a great one. But
If you can get on the Whoops with J Main podcast while you're in Chicago, you'll be my favorite person.
Okay.
I watch it. I'm a avid viewer of the Whoops with J Main.
That's the one where he is like,
Now
so
you
I
got
grabbed a
your
bitch and it,
yeah. When I was in Chicago a couple weeks ago, some guy was trying to get me on his podcast, and but then he couldn't like figure out how to schedule, so I never did it. But shout out that guy. I don't remember his name, but he was funny. He was really funny.
And
I
he
think
definitely exists.
he does. His name is like Mark or something.
He goes to a different school.
yeah, right.
He goes to a different open mic.
I was gonna have sex with this girl, but I don't know her name or who she is. But it was
Or what she
definitely
looks
gonna
like.
happen.
She's real.
No, this guy, he was funny. His name is Mark. I don't remember, but he was wearing like a Party City like Joker costume, like a jacket from a Joker costume, and that was like part of his bit. I don't remember anything else about him, but he was a nice guy. So, Jaron, what?
Great story. Just
He said, yeah, and he wanted me on his podcast.
Because I'm such a big deal in Chicago. They love me out there. So, Jaron,
Yeah.
have you been to Chicago?
Oh, dude, I love Chicago.
Yeah.
I've done some comedy out there, not much,
Okay.
just like open mic scenes and
Yeah.
linking up with people. But I mean, I've gotten into trouble in Chicago.
There you go.
I'm sure
It's
you
fun.
have.
It's fun.
Got any stories?
Yeah.
kind of trouble?
I I was gonna say we'll keep it light. I broke my arm in Chicago. Like I used to go out there for skateboarding trips. We'd go and we'd just skate. Yeah, they have this. They have what was it? Uprise skate shop out there.
Okay.
That was like kind of famous in the scene. And then they have this. They have this really cool. It's like an under the bridge skate park, and like there's bike parts and all types of other, just all over the fence, just all taped up. It just a really cool looking scene, and it was fun out there.
I could picture you being the scooter kid.
No, fuck no, dude. I wasn't gay.
Are the scooter kids gay?
Yeah, 1,000%.
I saw a video of like this really fat guy on a scooter, and he did like a
A
flip
whole
and-
backflip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fat guys doing
That
backflips
was
on
pretty
scooters.
cool.
That's
When you
not
tap
gay.
into
Great.
inertia
What
as a
could
fat man,
possibly go
that's
wrong?
Hey, a lot more than what could go right. But
have
when
dreams.
that shit hits, you're viral.
I have dreams of doing backflips.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. I do like. I'll be in casual conversation. I'll be like, "Hey, bro, check this out," and just backflip. And it's
Have you ever
normal.
done a backflip before?
Never in my life. I tried
Not
it on
even on
a
a trampoline?
I tried it on a trampoline once and did the classic half flip
Oh, and then
and
fall on
landed
your back.
directly
Landed on
on
your head?
the top of my head.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old were you? You were a small child at that.
I was probably like 13, 12 or 13.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, but I have dreams of doing backflips or jumping over houses. Like I can just jump over a house.
That's gonna
I
be a bit
feel that.
harder to
Let's
do.
start with a backflip. and then-
Yeah, we'll work our way up.
I used to want to do the thing where you're lying on your back and then you like kick your legs and then you like jump up like
Oh,
the ninjas
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
In dreams, or you did that in real life?
No, I wanted to know how to do that. 'cause
He
I thought
dreamt
that'd be,
about,
like,
you know what I'm
really
saying, like physical.
Yeah.
I have
wanting
stupid
to.
ass dreams.
cool. What are you like dreams at night or dreams like your emotional
I don't.
dreams?
So I don't dream a lot. But the
You
dreams
smoke
that
too
I
much
have,
weed.
I
Much weed.
yeah.
I remember them pretty vividly.
Okay.
Like right when I wake up,
I feel
and
it.
it's just like, why was I dreaming that?
You know what we could do? We can get you a dollhouse. You could jump over that.
That wouldn't be
You
hard.
know, start there,
Oh,
iterate.
yeah,
I have
work
kids.
your way up.
know?
I've
Then you
tripped over
get the
plenty of
Fisher
dollhouses.
Price house, you know.
Right.
That'd be
Legally,
a fun episode. You know how Mr. Beast does like the $100 yacht and then like the $1,000 yacht and then the $1 million yacht. It could be a fun video where it's like you jump over a dollhouse.
I've
or,
got
like,
to
a
start
Lego
with the
house,
Monopoly
and then
houses.
yeah.
I could get to a hotel quick if we
Yeah,
start
yeah.
with the
There you go.
Monopoly size.
Okay. Yeah.
Card house.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
like
House
a
cards.
yeah, trailer
for Kevin's
and then
face.
like mansion or whatever. I think that one would be the hardest.
I think it'd be a good TikTok series.
Yeah.
Sure.
Trailer, I think you could work up to a trailer.
Wait, isn't it gonna like end at a fence? Like
It'd end before fence. Actually,
It'll probably end at Fisher Price.
one of my high school pranks, we were going to saran wrap. Our rival school was the John Glenn Rockets, and they have a rocket statue in front of
That's pretty cool.
their football field, and we were going to saran wrap the rocket and put a whole bunch of mayonnaise on the tip of it because we were teenage boys.
mayonnaise sucks.
Yeah.
And we got
Should've
freaked
used
out
ranch.
by headlights, and everybody ran to go through the
Just real
woods.
cum.
And I tried to jump the fence, and I couldn't do it. And I fell off
Really?
the fence and was like, I knocked the wind out of my. Everyone left
That's
me
what
there.
happens.
Were you
when
a
all- that's
big
what happens.
boy?
Everyone left me there, and
That's
I was
what
just on
happens
my
when-
back.
when your friends are black.
Peace out, asthma.
Were you a big boy?
I've always not been skinny.
No, he's just
Okay.
friends with black dudes.
Yeah.
I want to call you a big boy.
Yeah.
No, dude, he's got
Skippy
like a
Rose.
larger
Not
frame.
small.
So
He's
shout
like,
out Skippy Rose. I was hanging out with Skippy Rose and Floyd about a year ago, and I was like, "Man, my pants don't fit. I'm a fat fuck." And Skippy Rose, she says, "You're not a fat fuck, Brandon. You're just getting fat." And I was like,
Aw,
"Oh,
that's so much sweeter.
Thank
Very
you."
nice. Yeah, response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my life.
I mean, she was like that one guy that was just like coming in to warn you of the future, like, "Whoa, stop what you're doing."
Yeah.
That was
She's gonna
her
help you.
being the most respectful woman she could, giving me like the,
Yeah.
"Hey, you're unlikable.
You gotta look into
you're getting unlikable."
Yeah.
Hey, bud, step away from the Oreos.
You know what's good is Oreos dipped in ranch.
No,
that
dude,
sounds
what
disgusting,
the
dude.
fuck, dude?
Tell me you've smoked weed with white kids without telling me you've smoked weed with white kids.
Smoked weed, of course I have.
Hell yeah, dude. He's buying it $30 a gram, dude.
What has your fluctuations been like, Matt? Like your
do you mean
biggest and your
fluctuation?
skinniest.
Just ripping
Like
him
all
apart.
time.
Yeah, of all time.
Thank you. I was just saying this, dude.
How
No, because
fat
you've
have
been
you
been losing weight, and so
thank you for noting. I think the fattest I've ever been was probably like 270.
Okay.
And that was like that was
okay.
like 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
How tall are you guys?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
Okay.
You like 5, 6, 8, 6.
No,
I don't know about
I'm
that.
6'2"-ish, 6'1" and 6'2". I slouch. I'm probably about 6 foot, and then if you tell me to stand up and stop being stupid, then I'm about 6'1".
I feel it.
So yeah, 3 years ago I was up to like 270, and then I got down to like the 230s, 240s.
Okay.
Then this past summer I was up to about 255, and right now I'm at 227.
Oh shit.
Why did you get 270?
Pure
I didn't get
muscle.
to-
Like, what do you blame that on? Because
that was a good question.
We
So that
walked our
was-
way there, but what do you blame it on?
So that was towards the end of the first year of starting my business. So I was extremely stressed, and the house that I was living in was a total fucking dump, and I was basically homeless. Not really homeless, but I was living at my girlfriend at the time's house. So I had no like control over my schedule and like my food choices, right? So I was just eating a ton of fucking junk and just just balloon the fuck
You're
up.
describing the conditions that made me lose weight, with like being broke, borderline homeless, not having control over my food schedule.
This dude's
I lived
got a
off bean
great diet
burritos for
plan.
Taco Bell for like a year and a half and lost a lot of weight.
Good too.
Tell him your diet plan.
Oh, my handful diet? Hell yeah, dude. I'll show you guys pictures after the podcast. I used to make meals like it would look like a whole meal, but it was just enough to fit in the palm of my hand. So I got a picture of like a spaghetti bolognese and a meatball. Just in the palm of my hand.
Pot of water, boil 6 noodles.
I would.
Open up the Prego jar. Get a little scoop.
But you like make it like a like fancy like plate. That's the thing with these like fancy.
There was no
restaurants
plate
is,
involved.
like-
I just made it into
Oh,
my.
just
I
in
put
your
it
hand.
in my.
His hand was the plate.
Yeah.
It's one of them
Yeah.
Michelin star restaurants.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know?
thing is they like it's a giant plate, but then
Or
just
an
like
Indian
a little
restaurant.
thing. Indian restaurant. Yeah, they're cheaping out on it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't never been to
One
an
of the ones
Indian
where they
restaurant.
light it on fire and shove it into your mouth. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah, like a leaf or whatever.
The leaf thing. I want to do that.
What is the leaf?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I trust it.
I've never like thought about going to an Indian. Anytime I've gone to an Indian restaurant, it was because somebody else wanted to go to one. I've never like.
You don't like Indian
dude,
food?
Indian
I don't
food
need to know. I don't
slaps,
know if I
man.
like it.
Oh, dude, it is good.
I know I like the chicken, like the
Chicken tikka masala.
Sure.
That's a classic.
It's dry flavors without being dry.
What?
Dry.
Hey, if you like sweating while eating, you'll love
never
Indian
heard of
food.
I like
That's
that.
what it is.
It's like you're burning calories.
That's
while you're
exactly my
Like
thoughts.
think of
I'm
like
dude, a
curries
2-in-1.
and spices
eating.
and
Yeah, yeah.
seasoning.
No,
Those
I
are
don't
all
have a
dry
problem
things.
with it. I just don't think about it.
So.
Right. It's dry flavor seasonings, but
I like the
not
naan
dry
bread
food.
too.
Yeah, but all seasonings are fucking dry.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yes, but to me,
Except for
the
ranch
dry
dressing.
ones.
Yeah,
well,
no.
I don't. Sorry, dill isn't a dry season to me. Dill's not a dry seasoning to me.
Dill
What?
in and of
It's
itself.
it's a spice, I guess. Right.
I mean, yeah, a spice. What's the difference
Dill,
between a
I don't
spice
know.
and a seasoning?
I don't even know what dill is.
I think it's like
Which
the
one's
drying
black?
out process.
Which one? Who's the black one?
Pepper.
Spicy,
You're thinking
spice or
black one?
seasoning?
None of us.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You're thinking of,
Dill is an herb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an herb.
Like cilantro.
Yeah.
Also an herb. Yes.
Okay, I fuck with cilantro.
Okay.
You like
too.
herbs.
Cilantro.
yeah, baby.
Friend of the pod, cilantro. Michael, what's the biggest you've ever been?
240.
Okay.
I'm honestly, I gotta start purging again.
How tall are you, dude?
6'4".
6'4". Yeah,
so I get a little bit of
240
time.
though.
240, 640.
Yeah,
This linebacker.
How
He-
tough is
he
it? How
wasn't
tough
like
is it to
2
have
round,
bulimia
you know?
as a straight man?
Oh, easy as fuck. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what was
I
the
get it.
question?
You said
I
you
mean-
needed to purge, and I asked how tough is it?
Clearly
to be
never
a-
seen me, suck anything before.
There you go.
Because I'm
Fit the bottle. Anyway. No.
I'm a
And then,
freak.
and then we'll start a series where you work your way up to a rocket
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, let's see how big of things Michael can put in his mouth.
Go.
I thought purging was throwing up. I must have missed the.
No, I think
sucking
it is.
things.
Isn't
no.
that
What are you sucking to throw? You
I
suck
don't
things to
actually
throw up?
Purge? No. I'm not like gonna fucking hurt myself. I just if I'm gonna
make these
diet, I
weight
don't
goals.
eat after 3 p.m.
Have you
That's
ever
what I do.
eaten so much that you threw up and thought I could be bulimic?
Oh,
like I could.
100%. I mean, anybody could do it if you believe in yourself.
It's true.
Like, and it's just
If you
gross.
believe
Fuck.
in yourself.
If you believe in yourself,
You just gotta believe.
it's just gross. Like fucks your teeth up. It's also just like
It's bad for your esophagus too. That's how you get like esophageal cancer or whatever.
Have you ever puked while you're driving?
No, I haven't.
No, one time when I was a kid, we were driving to school and I didn't want to go, so I made myself vomit in the back seat. My dad took me home.
That's fucking. That's rough, dude.
Sorry, Dad.
Did you have to clean it?
What's up?
Did you have to clean it?
I didn't clean it.
Oh, real asshole move.
Yeah, his dad was like, "God damn it, the fucking condom, bro."
You got real happy recalling that memory.
It was fun.
Is your dad still with us?
He's in Israel right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
boy.
when that's
So every day is a
parents
risk.
went last.
Prayers out to Matt's dad.
Yeah. So they're doing fine. They're not.
I didn't know that
Are they
before
just-
I made
Not in the
that
bad
joke.
parts.
Yeah, are they just visiting?
Yeah, they're visiting my family.
Or
out
the
there.
east side's a little rough.
Yeah, I hate what's going. Here's something I've been wanting to tell you about.
Tell me.
Hear about this? 4chan got hacked recently,
yeah.
and they revealed that the IP address of over half of the posts in the poll 4chan chat were from Israel,
Interesting.
and there's like bot farms in Israel that are just posting like shit in poll to like trigger people or to like
yeah,
do
well,
it.
it's called the internet these days. You know. It's a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
mean it's
bullshit.
like
Yeah, but they're really goat milking it with this one.
yeah.
as opposed to cow milking it.
But yeah, so they're really trying to secure our youth's minds, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I just thought that was interesting, and I wanted to tell you about that.
know, it's there's a lot of
Well, because
manipulation.
the thing is that there was like all this talk about Russian manipulation in poll, but then come to find out it was actually all coming from Israel.
yeah, it's those fucking Jews. You know?
That's what it is.
I mean, are you really
With their
going to
circumcised
4chan
mics.
for your political insightfulness?
A lot
that's
of
where
people
you
are.
that's
A
where you
lot of
fucked up.
people
That's
are.
crazy. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever opened 4chan.
Really?
really.
I've
I've gone a couple times.
I've
Good-
never
good man.
done that.
Hey, I've never
have?
been to 4chan either.
I did because I saw a video about like the Shia LaBeouf thing, where like all these people on 4chan were like trolling Shia LaBeouf, and he
Is
like
that when they found the flag?
they found
thing?
the flag and
Okay.
and so I wanted to see if any more goofy stuff like that was going on, but it was just like anime, like porn.
Wasn't the
and
"Don't
just-
Fuck with Cats" documentary on Netflix like that too?
I think so,
Where that
yeah.
guy that stabbed and ate that guy's butt cheek or whatever.
Wait. What
They
does
found
that?
him.
What does that have to do with 4chan? I saw that documentary.
It was like a online community of people that ended up finding the guy. Like it wasn't the authorities that found him.
Right.
It was like I don't know if it was 4chan, but it was like a.
It was an online little network of people started sleuthing around. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike. You go on 4chan, right?
No, I don't. I was honestly just thinking
He's
of
a
that
regular
Netflix.
user.
That documentary was fucked up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What a weirdo.
There's a lot of fucking
the
weirdos.
QAnon or whatever documentary
Yeah.
they did, that was pretty crazy too. Some weird kid.
Don't disrespect QAnon, right?
Dude.
Yeah, they're
You don't
friends
wanna
of the
go
pod.
there.
They're friends of the pod.
They're friends of the pod. Yeah,
If
where's
you-
your ally list at?
If you can trick
We
the
don't
whole
have
masses
enemies.
as just like a dude that has dirty hair and swimming trunk shorts on all the time.
Hitler did that basically.
It's wild.
He-
What did Hitler
little-
do?
You know, swindled some people.
Oh, yeah.
by talking.
Yeah, he charmed some people.
I might bury
said
myself
the right things
here.
That's it.
And he was fucking vegetarian.
Oh,
What?
What a fucking faggot.
Hitler
Yeah.
was?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
that is pretty gay.
I didn't pay
Probably
attention
the
in
worst
history
thing he
class. Like I didn't really care too much for history. So in my mind, I thought when you hear like corruption of power, like power corrupts people.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought Hitler was like the example of that. I didn't know Hitler was that bad always. Like I thought that he became in charge and then all the power got to his head and he became the most evil leader of all.
Okay.
And somebody was like, no, he was that always.
Yeah.
He was doing.
I was like, how did he win? How did he get in if he
I
was?
don't know if that's necessarily accurate.
Is it?
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. There's different opinions. I don't think. Well, he didn't win the election by being like, we're going to put Jews in gas chambers and then
Right.
got
I thought
elected
it
on
was
that.
like a.
No.
It was more as the turning of the knob gradually, that type of deal.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think he was never a good guy though, right?
he was.
Was
never
he ever
a
looked
good-
at
Depends
as
who
the
you
good
ask.
I mean,
choice?
yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
Yeah.
say perspective is everything.
If you were I mean, first of all, they elected him, so
Right.
people resonated with his message.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a good guy? Well, he wasn't really. When you don't have power, you don't really know who. You can't really describe him as good or bad. He's
Right.
just kind of a leader who's galvanizing people, right? Once he got into power, then you can see what he was really up to. But until then, he was just, somebody trying to make it in politics, really.
Yeah.
Kissing babies and shit. Ooh, no.
With his
Yeah,
little
that blew my mind.
mustache.
Yeah.
Somebody, I thought he was like the people's favorite, like a good guy, and then over time,
He was at one
mean,
point. Because he
Overtime
was.
is
I mean,
because-
Yeah,
that's
they treated him like a rock star.
He
They had the whole
won-
thing.
He legitimately won the election democratically.
Yeah.
And I think from the beginning he did blame the Jews, but I don't think
Right.
he was ever like.
that's what they were saying. Is
we're
like the whole time he was like,
the whole time he was like, look, the Jews did this. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like, and therefore we're going to round him up and put him in gas chambers.
He was like basically one of these Ann Arbor libs who goes to protests and
exactly
like
what he was. Vegetarian, fucking Ann Arbor.
But I heard he cut out all the art school funding. Is that true?
Is that true? I don't know.
I've never heard that one way or the other, which would be ironic because he wanted to be an artist.
I don't know about that, but I know he was controlling the art.
I could
Like
see him
he only wanted certain art.
He said only my art.
No one
That's,
can
that's
get
how
hot.
Maybe that was his
propaganda
ultimate
works.
goal.
I mean, art is how we
right? Have you guys heard the
Well,
North
yeah.
Korea songs?
Yeah.
The songs that come from North Korea that are just made by the government.
Like
about
Gangnam
him.
style?
No,
That's what I'm like.
it's weird.
What?
If you watch like a video of North Korean songs of like people singing them or just like in an event it looks like you're watching an AI video of someone like typed in like make me
Make a really good song about Kim Jong Un.
yeah, like make me a communist country that doesn't exist, that everyone's miserable but has to act normal. And then that video is populated. It looks like an AI populated video. It's wild.
That's exactly what I put.
Yeah, did you ever see that movie Monuments Men?
Say it again.
Monuments Men.
Is that who is
It's a movie. I think like George Clooney and Matt Damon or like a bunch of those guys are in it. But it's basically about this like group of American soldiers who like went around to all the museums and were stealing the paintings because they didn't want them to get like burned or destroyed.
I don't think so.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I do know. I mean, in World War II, there was definitely a lot of stealing of these priceless art pieces.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
like in France, like when the Germans invaded, one of the things the French people did is they went and specifically, like, took all their best art pieces and
Yeah.
hid them away so they wouldn't get taken.
Yeah.
I heard the Chinese were doing that recently, going around stealing any art that was stolen from them throughout history and claiming it as Chinese, and they're just making it happen. You know, I wasn't there, I didn't see nothing, but
Yeah.
it's what I hear on the street.
Were there always lesser versions of art for people's houses and stuff?
Probably.
Like back in the
prints?
Victorian
Yeah,
eras
I
and
think
stuff, did
so.
people have posters
Maybe.
on their wall?
I
Yeah,
doubt they had
lithographs
posters.
probably.
I think whenever the printing
Yeah.
press was in, I mean, because it was like hard to make stuff back then.
Like I know people that just blow up images of Gengar and put them on their wall, and that's art. You know,
It was
Yeah.
commissioned piece. It was a commissioned piece.
fair. Well, it's like back in the Victorian age, like nobody like read books, so like only the rich people
They didn't
like,
have
had
books.
and
I'm
so, like,
sure if you were a peasant, there's no way you had art.
Yeah.
You know?
like there was nothing on the refrigerator.
You know,
Not-
poor
not that
people
I
could
know
make
of.
pots.
They also
Pots
they
are,
couldn't even afford the magnets.
That's tough, man. They had it tough back then. Yeah. Poor Victorians.
Yeah.
How did you feel loved as a child if you didn't have?
The magnet
That was just
alphabet.
a general question. How'd you feel like were you loved?
I thought you were asking me that personally.
that's what I thought too. I was
Like,
like,
whoa,
man,
all right. let's
No,
take these
like if
attacking your
Did you have a good
personality.
if mom doesn't put your shitty drawing on the refrigerator, how do
They
you
couldn't
feel?
like make sexual innuendos with the alphabet like on the refrigerator.
Draw it out, figure it out.
It's a rough time.
Those are my first cuss words.
Well, that's
the ones
also-
I
I
spelled
mean-
with magnets.
Yeah.
To answer your question, nobody felt loved back then, obviously.
Yeah, that must have
Yeah,
sucked.
That's how you
That's
know.
true.
Are we
Love
reverber-
was invented when the refrigerator was invented.
Everyone just
dude.
died all the time.
Yeah.
Like they just died. That's the
were
only
like,
thing they had to
"Dang,
do.
I forgot
You
about
just
it.
worked the farm and then you died, and then your family would just bury you and make another kid.
So if I get a new refrigerator, I might find love.
yes.
Maybe, yeah. A magnet. Does your refrigerator have magnets on it? Is it like
Yeah.
magnetized?
It's got to be a smart fridge these
Well, and
days.
I think the way you have to start making some art and then find a girl who is willing to put it on her
Yeah, maybe that's how it
fridge.
is.
That's how. It
Yeah,
works.
find you a girl that likes your macaroni art. That's a good relationship.
Start with some finger painting.
I use
you
glue
mean a
guns
child?
though.
Like,
I don't use I don't use cheap glue like glue stick. I use glue guns, like real glue guns.
Real glue.
In your
Glue stuff to the
macaroni
fridge?
He
art?
Oh,
he
okay.
constructs the macaroni.
Okay.
Glue stuff to your fridge?
Yeah, with glue guns.
Then
Or
why are we
if she
arguing
has a
about
smart
magnets?
fridge,
Well,
she can
the
just
glue
play
from
your
glue guns
comedy
doesn't stick
clips
to the
on there.
refrigerator because
peel it off.
it's textured, so you can peel it off. Yeah,
How'd you find that out?
because I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
Clearly, you can tell from his hair that he's an esteemed scientist.
You
Yeah.
could honestly, if you were at a library, be like, oh, that guy might be like an autistic genius.
I do. I have a theory
I
about
could
that, bro.
describe to you the nominal velocity of propagation of light over a glass
Smarter they
medium.
are.
I can describe that to you.
Is that why
I know
you
that.
look so scraggly?
Hell yeah, dude! It's all in brain connections.
You trying to be a scientist over here?
No,
Okay.
I'm not trying. I was born this way.
You just are a scientist.
Yeah, you
Okay,
see.
with this crazy ass hair.
What do they call it?
I
Like
guess I'm a
21st?
fucking retard.
Same. I
Man,
guess.
Can
it's
we-
all right, but oh, that's nice.
Can-
That's
can-
sticky up there.
Jaron, can we talk about your your recent discovery?
Yeah,
what
I guess we
what
can.
kind of
your recent
scientific
discovery?
discoveries have you just
So I got a lot of shit in my life, right?
Okay.
I haven't had an ID in forever,
Okay.
because I got lost it, and I went to go get another one, and I don't have my birth certificate at all. So I had to get a new copy of a birth certificate, and it came in recently, and before the spot for like the father was empty, but now it came filled in, and I was like 32 years later, y'all got it, huh? I was like, goddamn. Ooh, they gave me the motherfucker's social security on there.
Wow.
Yeah, and I
We
got
gotta
his
find out if he
name.
has money.
Yeah, no, I don't. You give me some allowance, Dad.
Have you reached out to him?
No, I don't know what to do. Look him up by his social security number. Like, where's this guy staying at? Nah. Honestly, I think I would have preferred not knowing, but
Really?
now there's questions.
You could probably go to Secretary of State and
oh
say
you
like,
could easily find him.
Well,
yeah, just
I
go
got
on
an
Facebook.
interesting follow-up story after you.
Oh, I got you. Well, the thing that pisses me off the whole time is I'm looking at the guy's last name, and I'm like, what kind of Polish ass bullshit is this? So I look it up. I'm like, what kind of last name is this? It was a fucking Polish. I'm like, God damn it, dude. No wonder I'm fucking stupid. like, isn't this a
Polak.
bitch, dude?
He's a Polak.
A black
That's why his
Polak,
skin
bro.
tone was
And
put
then
on backwards,
It don't
dude.
make no sense. Why? I don't. It's just more confusing, dude. It's shit. More shit to think about that I don't have time to think about.
Have you looked him up?
Nah, dude.
Really?
Because I don't want even any more disappointments. It's like, what if we have the same hair except his
nerdiest
is
white
just
guy.
gone down the middle, and he's
Yeah,
one of them
that'd be
guys that's
Got a
like,
lot
let me
to look
just
forward
let me
to.
just comb this over. You know what I'm saying? Or like he's got like titties out the ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be fat again.
Well, you
lot
can
of-
take
lot to
you
look
can
forward
take care of that.
I don't know. Thyroid genetics. I don't know this shit, dude. I'm not no scientist.
I thought you just
guess.
I
said
think
you
he
were.
has money. Darren.
Not like that.
I think he has money. I think he has money, and I think that's why you don't know who he is because he's been trying to stay so far away.
I could use it. That's what you know what I'm saying? I don't
That's always
know.
how it works.
We can find this man.
Yeah, I was
if
like,
you're Jaron's dad, leave a comment.
no, please don't.
Fact.
Yeah, I don't.
I got a similar type of thing going on.
Let's hear it.
It was fall of 2019. I took a 23andMe, and then a couple months later, I get a message from a lady who's like it's 9% match, so like fairly closely related, and she said that she was artificially inseminated in the 50s, and she wants to know who her biological dad was. And she only knew that he was a Jewish guy in the 50s who I think graduated Wayne State. Like that was the only information she had about her biological dad. And so we're thinking about it like I thought it might have been one of my dad's uncles or something because he had like 5 uncles all in Detroit around that time. But obviously we're like, what the fuck is this? And then, so what happened next? Nobody in my family really wanted to like deal with her because they were like, this is annoying. And we just, my dad and his brother had kind of stopped talking to each other for a couple of years. And then through my aunt was like, he's willing to like talk to her and kind of see what's going on. So we just I gave her my uncle's information and we just left it alone. And we didn't know what happened. And then we kind of heard that like they talked on the phone, but it didn't really go well, the conversation. But again, we weren't really talking to my uncle at that point. And then like a year later, I basically forgot about it. A year later, I just open up the app for no particular reason. I see my uncle took the 23andMe test. And we're looking at it, and my sister noticed that his percentage of relation to me was like the same as this lady. Where it should have been like 25%, he was an 11% match. So then my dad took it and his sister took it. And turns out all of them were artificially inseminated.
Whoa!
They were making Jews,
Bro,
dude.
sleeper agents, sleeper agents, bro. This is Agent Blueberry Johnson,
So
They're doing more than just bot farms in Israel.
bro. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're artificially inseminated, does the test tube have to be at least 50% Jewish?
Yeah, is it Jewish through the mom
I'm
side?
not sure, but there's a Jewish doctor here in the 50s who was doing all this stuff.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
He's got like 1,000 kids. We were looking at, I started doing a bunch of research.
I think I heard about this.
Dude, he grew you
What's
guys
the
like
documentary on
tadpoles.
Was that?
Just nutted in a little. fucking
Wasn't there?
Stillwater.
There was a
one in
documentary
Indiana.
about this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of doctors like this.
Oh,
from
okay.
Back in the day, who have like
Okay.
1,000 kids because they just kept fucking. All right, just use my shit.
Holy shit. So that guy is your grandfather?
So he.
Oh, because they would get paid because the babies are born. So it's like, if
Well,
I
they
don't
were-
have to
as
get
long
people's.
as we get them pregnant, you know, that's,
Yeah,
that's really their
I'll just
job.
use my own.
They didn't think that 23andMe was going to start, fucking their shit up. But
Hey, so you
this is
exposing
7
the
years
hustle,
ago.
bro?
Right. Well, so the doctor who was doing that,
That's why they went bankrupt, huh?
the doctor who we did the research, that doctor was my dad's doctor. The doctor is my aunt's father, not my dad. And then there's like agencies that research this stuff. Yeah. And so they were each able to find out who their donors are. Maybe my uncle did, I'm not sure, but my dad found out who the donor was, and my aunt was the doctor. And I have like 2 or 3 cousins. Like we met. My dad's got like some half brothers that. Yeah, it was
Holy
crazy
shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
Where
none
does
of
this
you
fall
guys
into the rules
have
of
like
kosher?
I don't know. I don't think the Torah talks about
artificial.
no, dude, this is
Artificial insemination.
iJubot, bro. They're taking
Yeah,
over.
That's
Crazy
insane.
shit.
So like no one in your family is like technically like full relatives, I guess, or
Yeah, that's weird.
What do you mean? Well, I mean they all come from the same mom, so they're all
okay.
half siblings.
so did they just think like their fathers? Did they have a like? Did you have a grandfather?
He died before I was born, but they were all raised by the same man, and I'm actually named after him. But apparently he was sterile, like he couldn't have kids. And they all like none of them knew that, and everybody's dead. Like my grandma, that whole generation's all gone. We can't ask anybody any questions.
That's crazy.
Honestly,
That's weird. That's wild.
I just
man,
want to
every
point
time
out.
I talk to you, I learn something new that's so interesting about you.
Yeah. So do you still get to go to Disneyland or whatever Jewish heaven is?
They don't. Do I don't know.
Is that Jewish heaven?
Yeah, no, dude. That would be-
Yeah.
Disneyland.
I don't know. Dude.
I think the guy
Walt
famously
Disney,
wasn't a big
man.
fan of them.
Yeah,
He said, "Yeah, send him here. Come on, I got something for him."
Actually, I don't know if that's true. Walt Disney being a Nazi, I've heard it is because I heard that he was actually against the Nazis, but then also I don't know.
I don't know if he was. I've heard pretty conclusive that he did not like Jews.
Okay.
I don't know if they made him an actual Nazi,
Okay.
but I guess there's a middle ground there.
Same with Henry Ford.
Hey, can I just say your story
show.
was nothing like my story. Your story had climax. It had a plot,
Espionage.
bro. You know, mine was a possible clerical error at the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always finding out. I don't know.
Dude, you
Where
just
you come from.
exposed like a whole fucking operation
A lot of that
of
stuff
people
exists, though.
creation.
No wonder you're so big into conspiracies.
Yeah.
I have a
I was
situation
into
like that in my family
conspiracies
too.
way before that. This was just this.
No, but that's what I'm
Child's
saying is that
play.
your life is like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
I had
what
a-
other shit might be hiding under the.
I found that
Chimera
stuff out
Jews,
without
man. That's
23andMe.
crazy.
What's that?
When my grandfather passed away, I found out he wasn't my father's real biological father,
Really? Okay.
and I guess
How did you find out?
just the family started talking. My sister said something about it. I think she did some research into it online. I don't know what she did, but I was like, after he passed away, I was close to an adult, almost an adult, and then I found out that's not like a biological grandfather. He was just a placeholder.
On which side?
My dad's side, my dad.
That was your granny's friend.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and my sister would always be like, "You got to do a blood test, a 23. We got to do all this stuff." And I'm like, "Listen, all our family's from the South. It's racism or incest, and I'm not like I don't want to find out.
Ah, dude.
I don't want
That
to
was
find out."
racism and incest.
Have all of you guys done like the 23andMe? You didn't do it, right?
No,
I didn't.
Have you done it?
I haven't done it.
I tried it like 5 times. Like they kept having to send me redos, and like every time,
They
like
just
I
have
would
Jaron
do it.
clones
just
somewhere.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to the
Oh,
point.
you do look like the clone class of people. Like
That's fucked up. Oh, the
Very
super race,
ambiguous.
the super
Yeah.
race, baby. We in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bow down.
So you're
Good
an
hair and
alien.
skin.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Settle down.
that's my fucking best friend.
Good hair, good skin,
He said, "Whoa, whoa, shut up."
great body. I mean,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Don't make an awkward gay silence after.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of what I was even
Say
saying.
something else, Joe.
Michael, where's your family from?
Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Not like
Fox, huh?
or they came here years ago though, so
Okay.
not like first gen or second gen or
Sure.
anything.
You're
You
not
be playing
authentic.
basketball?
No, not authentic. Uh-huh.
Okay.
You be playing basketball?
They're pretty good over there, honestly. They could ball, and they're like pretty poor. There's not
that
much.
sucks.
Nothing.
Where is Lithuania?
I think it's east of.
Yeah, it's like Eastern Europe, like
Yeah. I mean, it's Eastern
Hungary
Europe.
area, Hungary.
It's
whatever.
Poland type.
Poland.
Of,
I just
Yeah.
figured there's a
Poland.
Slovakia thrown in there.
Sure.
it's all
One of
that.
those.
What's the notable standout thing about Lithuania?
They had a cool
hate
1992
Jews.
They
story
hate Jews.
with the Olympics, like the great.
One of the Ball brothers plays there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
They let him in.
Well,
Well,
they
I mean,
would-
you know.
Well, he could
what did I
ball.
say?
America, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We're the best.
What's your Germany or what's your World War II story?
Oh, not. Wait, what the fuck was I saying?
Olympics.
No,
Olympics.
1992. Yeah, so Lithuania, they were so poor. Yeah, World War II. Yeah, well, they were a little late. Lithuania was too poor to go to the Olympics for summer, and the Grateful Dead's like, fuck it, let's help them out. Let's raise some
Holy
money.
shit.
So they made all these tie-dye shirts. You might have seen the skeleton and the Lithuania on it. You ever seen that?
No, I never
Great,
seen that.
thanks. But yeah, they raised enough money. They got a bronze medal. It's pretty cool. So that's
Dude.
the biggest feat
Shout
for
out you.
Lithuania. That's it.
Jerry Garcia.
Yeah.
Is he
Shout out
Lithuanian or something?
Jerry. No, I think they were just like, fuck it, help him out. It's like,
What is what is Jerry Garcia? Is he like
I mean, with the
Sounds-
last name like that,
Yeah.
you could assume.
No, you gotta-
But
Probably Chinese, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I've never listened to the Grateful Dead, but I don't know. Like, and I know there's a lot of people who are big fans of them, but I don't know. What
It's a
sort of-
fever dream.
Dude, if you think about it, it just is a bunch of acid sales took a country's basketball team to the finals. You know?
essentially.
Pretty cool.
Like that's cool. That's a drugs were involved with that one.
Apparently, he
Whether
was like a
it's
CIA
Plant.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're
One of
talking
the
language.
same people that were what was that thing called that they did with
MK
MK
yeah,
Ultra?
MK Ultra.
I don't know about that for sure. I haven't looked into this too much, but
Hey, careful.
there you go. I know that like with maybe he was like with the Charles Manson bullshit or whatever. Like they were just giving drugs to people to like get like musicians
with them.
to like.
Do you think
give
that's
with.
why? Do you think we're in that again? Then that's why mushrooms
yeah,
have
never
been coming
saw
around.
I definitely think so.
You think that's why
I think that's
mushrooms
why
have been
mushrooms-
becoming way more popular?
I don't know about
They
mushrooms.
have
I don't know.
gotten really popular.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
like Sabrina Carpenter and like Chapel Roan and like all these like big female musicians who are like overly sexualized and are like have a mainly children audience. I do think that's like a psyop that they're like trying.
Which is weird because I've done mushrooms and I've never got sexual on mushrooms.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I can't even.
I don't know about the
focus.
mushrooms part, but I think that like a lot of the new celebrities are definitely like some sort of psyop that's like aimed at
Yeah, it's like
Ketamine.
melt your
Absolutely.
ego.
I mean, Hollywood is
can't.
definitely controlled by the Jews.
Sure.
And so
How do Jews feel about mushroom trips?
how do Jews? It depends on the Jew. I'm all
Yeah.
about it.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, I fucking love mushrooms.
They're great.
I don't
Yeah.
think that that's part
Portobello.
of
I thought mushrooms were exclusively like psychedelics were like exclusively a white people thing. My whole life I thought that.
exclusively white.
It's
Well,
white
not
meaning-
necessarily. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
ayahuasca
I mean,
is
the
South
whole, like,
American,
rave
so
house,
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
some powerful shit.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, that'll.
And then I
fuck you
found
up.
out. Have you ever done mushrooms?
No,
No?
I've never done anything.
You've never done anything?
Have you ever smoked a cig?
No,
Weed?
Wow.
Nothing.
No.
Good for you.
Sugar?
Coffee.
do that sometimes. I
What's it-
drink
what's
a lot
it-
of coffee.
What's it
I
like
famously-
walking around without the veil lifted, dude?
Yeah.
The veil lifted.
Yeah.
What do you mean the veil lifted?
Like you can't see people's intentions and shit.
I can. What do you mean by see people's
what?
intentions?
I don't know. Yeah, this just went.
He's talking about awakening the third eye.
Yeah,
I think my third eye is pretty awake.
After I tripped out
You didn't see that
on
coming.
mushrooms and didn't know who I was genuinely or if I had ever existed, after that fight back to reality, you kind of get this social cue
Did you
of
have
like,
like a religious
I can tell
awakening?
Matt doesn't like me and I've just had a conversation, you know? Like it's that one of those instinct things. It's like
Yeah. All right. Has it?
That's
a
just
bad
my
trip.
resting cop face.
Yeah.
Resting cop face.
Did you have like a religious awakening after taking psychedelics?
I wouldn't call it religious in the sense of like I have to worship or follow something, but it was freeing of the spirit in a religious kind of way.
It's a spiritual experience.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like there's so much more to what your existence or experience can be that we just don't have access to.
Yeah. That's
So for
always
me
what
to
I've
tie down a belief system
thought.
to what we experience here is
Yeah.
almost rudimentary. You know, like it doesn't make sense for me to believe I've got this belief correct because I've seen and experienced stuff that doesn't exist for us in normal
Yeah.
perception, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like that's always just what I've thought. Like I've never really like, and that's why I just never really.
There's
felt
a
the
strong
desire
sense
to,
of
like-
love though
Really?
when you're doing psychedelics is like that's the only thing that still feels true enough to hold on to.
Now that I can't abide.
Man, that's why ecstasy is so fun.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you hold on to love hard in those times. It's like the feeling of, like you want to make sure you're okay, like that self check of like, am I okay? But I don't even know who I am or if I've ever been. But I know I love whatever that would be.
It sounds like Eagle's death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
It's a wild place. Somebody walked in on me one time. A girlfriend at the time, she walked in on me curled up in a fetal position on the couch, tripping out on mushrooms.
Were you crying?
Nah, I was just existing in a different place, and she was like, "Oh, you're doing that
You were
white
the
people shit
floating
again."
space baby at
Yeah.
the end of 2001.
And since she interacted with me, whenever I trip out, I have this strong sense of responsibility to let everyone know that I'm okay. Like, whatever it is that's happening with me, just don't. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm going through stuff that I can't make okay with you. So I'm okay. Just leave me alone. And the only thing I could say to her was, in that moment, I said, I don't matter anymore. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I just laid
Depends
back
what
down.
you mean.
Yeah, I think
I don't matter anymore, and it's okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would say in like the physical plane of like reality we're in right now, you don't matter, but like in the grand scheme of things, I think everything matters.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's not a sense of responsibility to put the ego into it.
Sure, yeah.
I don't have to matter for everything to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be about me, and that's why I move the way I am. You guys see how I move around the scene.
So you believe there's something beyond just life on Earth?
Yeah, I think the purpose of what we are here to do is to learn how to love unconditionally.
Yeah.
So that when we get to a place where it's not so close contact, physical, it's more of a meta verse.
Sounds like
kind of
Catholicism to me. I don't
energy.
know about you guys.
Yeah, I think
Definitely
we're supposed
not
to learn
Islam.
how to love unconditionally so that we can transfer that energy throughout the cosmos. After
That's
the
a good
fact.
message.
Absolutely.
That's a message to the P Boys.
That's kind of
Just love
I
unconditional.
feel like that.
Cancel me now, internet.
After
Yeah,
my
cancel him now,
psychedelic,
Sarah. Sorry,
similar
I didn't mean
experiences
that.
for sure.
That's
also-
hard, bro.
What's interesting you say when you say I don't matter. Like one of the big things that psychedelics opened up for me is that so many of the things that we consider to be I or me is not really a part of you. Mm-hmm. It's just an adaptation, right?
Yeah.
Or something you've internalized, or it's a belief that you're holding on to. And psychedelics are a very powerful way. It's a very good tool to start to let some of that stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it without psychedelics, and that's what I'm trying to do more and more of.
Yeah.
Yep. But
I haven't done psychedelics in a couple of years, but definitely, like, it's a way of life. And I've thought about this a lot. You always hear the horror stories of if you do acid, there's a chance you'll never come back. Like it'll break your brain. And
Orange
same thing
juice,
with
kid.
mushrooms and stuff like that. And I think what it is people, I think it really does fundamentally change you in the way that you think. And some people don't have the mental fortitude and structure to hold on to that. Sure. And they try to grasp back to the childish feeling of innocence that everything's okay and there is no chaos and everything will work out fine. And once you have a experience that's so far out of what reality is, I think people just can't hold on to that. Because I don't think there's any difference between the way I think about things now and the way that the guy that thinks he's a glass of orange juice in a psych ward. I think we have the same kind of thoughts. That guy just can't handle it. That guy just has broken, you know?
well, there could be a lot more going on there. But
Right. Now, if we're talking schizophrenia or underlying issues, that's one thing. But like, guy took acid that was normal and then turned crazy man, I think it's either he had an underlying trigger to schizophrenia and now he's become that, or he didn't have the mental fortitude to understand.
Or maybe he just did way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not a doctor, so.
Or
not?
Or a drug dealer.
Scientist.
or the wrong spirits came to him.
That's true.
The wrong spirit.
Yeah, I've heard stuff like that too. That you kind of, when you do psychedelics, you open yourself up to demonic entities just as much as the
Good
angelic
entities?
ones.
I think we assign demonic to stuff we're afraid of.
That makes sense.
we assign demonic to okay, but are there forces out there that are legitimately malevolent?
Hell yeah. dude.
It can be. Sometimes those forces. Shout out Lydia. That's my baby mama. She's calling me in the
Shout out
future.
Lydia.
Yeah, we have a contract to make a baby later on in life.
Let's hope this one doesn't fall
She's
through.
wonderful. Lydia, if you watch this, I think you're the most amazing person ever. And any female in this scene that tries to cancel me over women, they're wrong because you're here.
And Brandon's kids,
unless
if you're
it's
watching
Sarah
this,
Lynn.
turn this off. This isn't appropriate.
I'm not ignoring you, Lydia. I'll call you back. Okay. I don't know what I was saying. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
got
know.
bit by
about
love.
good and evil
Some
and about
hippie
demons
bullshit,
or whatever. I don't know.
Demonic entity.
Oh yeah, so like sometimes the thing, especially with psychedelics, sometimes the scariest thing in life is facing yourself.
Sure.
So you'll see things like looking in the mirror is not a good move when you're tripping out. You know, like seeing yourself will turn into a lot of times the things that people will call demonic or stuff like that. It's the perception of self and the things that scare you the most about your own fears or your own insecurities or your own things. I think that's what we assign that demonic thing to. I've never had an experience where I've like encountered an entity. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I've ever met God or met an alien or anything like that.
What psychedelics have you done?
Mushrooms and DMT once. But the thing, I've felt like I was tapped into a consciousness that was not mine, you know, like there was something that taught me some lesson that I didn't think of from my own brain. Was it a single person or was it collective conscience or was it a shared thing between everyone who's ever done this drug and a little bit of that residual experience is left over for us to all feel? I don't know, but that's kind of what it is for me.
Fuck with that.
But I think you can do it. You can achieve that, like you said, without doing mushrooms.
You don't need to do drugs, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you do, bro. Don't listen to these.
There's-
If you've never done it,
There's
anything, I would suggest not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on doing anything.
It's certainly if you don't feel compelled to do so. Like I very much felt.
Maybe on your deathbed, eat like
That's what I was thinking about. Just
Do
when I'm like
all the
really
psychedelics.
old and like I don't really have much going on. I'm like, let me tap into this and see what.
Tap into it, and then you'll
bro.
find like, fuck, I should have been doing this the whole time.
Nah, dude.
say
He's gonna
every
be there like,
say
"I
every
wanna be
religion's
here."
Lord's prayer, and then eat like a quarter ounce of mushrooms and decide which God you're going with.
See which one's coming. Nah, dude. I know Jesus is gonna save me, dude.
Well, you
Jesus
can pick one.
take
You
the
might
spaceship.
be able to talk to him.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'll just wait until I
definitely.
die and then I can talk. Well, I mean, you can talk if you know really truly believe you can talk to him at any time. You know, and that's
You
the
don't pick up the phone. I call.
well, yeah, because you're Jewish, dude. I wouldn't either. I feel like he's probably gonna complain about some shit.
He's got a pager, like a Kim Possible thing. You got to
Yeah.
call him or beep him.
No, Jesus is a cool dude because
Especially if you
you know,
want to.
just a lot of people say this, and the thing is that when people like expect some miracle to happen just because they prayed once, I don't think that's how it works, and that's not how it should work. Like,
Right.
I don't think like because stuff has happened to me that I've like, oh, this is like what I was looking for. This is like what I was meant to see.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not what I wanted to happen, but it was what was supposed to happen and what needed to happen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree with that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the higher power is just the movement of energy itself. Like it's omnipresence. It's everywhere.
Maybe.
And there's like a connection between the human body or spirit or something that is intertwined with everything else. But everything is just a theory until otherwise proven.
Gabe was trying to say that like this fucking retard Gabe.
Dude, don't you compare? Are you gonna say we're the same now?
No, I'm not talking about you.
Speaking of being Christ-like,
No, Gabe, this fucking retard, was going on something the other day at New Way about how there was like no historical record of Jesus, and I was like, dude, that's just blatantly wrong. Like, whether or not you like agree that like Jesus Christ is the Lord and the Son of God, like that's just like wrong. There's like
I saw Jesus
historical
perform
record
at
of-
Indy last night.
There you go.
hey,
Jesus Rodriguez.
Shout
hey,
out.
is he back on the scene?
Yep.
He's sort of back. I only ever see him at the Indy.
Yeah, he's at Indy
Okay.
a
I
lot.
haven't
Yeah.
seen him in a while.
He said-
Thank you for cutting that
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Gabe, yeah, he's a fucking.
We were
Yeah,
talking about
he's
God
gay.
and stuff.
He's a
I think
flat
so.
earther
I
or
think
something.
that
No,
any
Matt's a flat. Man,
believe
honestly,
in that flat
I'm
earth
getting
shit?
there, dude. I saw this
Okay.
Katy Perry thing that really pissed me off,
Did it?
and I was like, this is definitely a psyop to get people to think that the Earth is
We're
round.
talking psyops
Yeah.
now. See
Wait, what happened with Katy
They
Perry?
sent Katy Perry into space, and she had
Outer
this like
space.
big emotional thing of like, oh, it's so beautiful, and it was fucking bullshit.
Clearly an airplane.
Yeah,
okay, I've never done mushrooms.
Wait, how far into
It was
space
probably
did she
so
go? Was it
beautiful,
just like
dude.
the
I
stratosphere?
think it was like the
Did
border
she
of the
just-
atmosphere
You know
or
what I'm
something
saying?
like
She
that.
just went right up there, where like right below the fucking.
just right up to the edge of space? How jaded are you guys? This is space. The
It's
edge
science.
of space, dude?
I'd like to be
barely
there.
left Detroit. This is the edge of space. That's crazy, dude. Like,
What's
Wait,
crazy?
what?
I'm not hating on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hating on it at all.
I just hate
will
Katy
sing
Perry.
Katy Perry songs in,
What?
in
Dude, I
space.
fuck with Katy Perry's music.
Wait,
but
wait.
I don't think she went up into.
Hold on. Why do you
What'd
guys say
What
that?
was the last thing you said?
I don't remember.
What news came out that made you want to go against Katy Perry's validity of going to space?
What news? Well, first of all,
Because they open the hatch from the
Because
inside.
it's Katy Perry?
no, because
Baby, she's a firework.
Here's
she's
why.
supposed to be up there.
All right. That's fine. She could be a firework in an airplane.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because I don't believe anything that comes out.
I feel you, dude. I'm with
Yeah.
I'm with that,
Anything-
dude.
if
Who
the-
has to go to space for you to say
I
they
just
went
like
to
to be on the
space?
defense.
Not Katy Perry. Like if it's gonna be Katy Perry, like why is that? Like okay, that's the best evidence. I know.
Yeah. Why
not?
That's who I want because she's a fucking celebrity.
It has to be
Yeah,
somebody
if-
who can
no, no,
afford
if-
it.
Sensational.
When I saw that, I was like,
She-
"There's
she
definitely a
didn't pay
fucking
to
psyop. If they're sending
experience that.
Katy Perry to space, there's
Fuck.
definitely a fucking psyop."
It has
Why,
listen,
though?
it's
You
not a
know?
psyop, it's a production, right?
Yeah.
They want to show people that we can do
Yeah, because it's
we can
Hollywood
do
and it's fake.
we can do
It's a
commercial
production.
flights to
I agree.
space for an attraction, right? This
thought
is something
they've
they want to
been doing
market.
that.
So, in order to do that, what do they have to do? They have to send people up there to show it can be really done. And in order to do that, you have to have people that can afford to go to fucking space.
I thought
And
Branson-
sometimes that's limited to Katy Perry like people that can afford to go to space.
I
It's,
paid
it's
for
an
it.
advertisement. No,
I'm
she
pretty
did not
sure
pay for
Richard
it.
Branson was doing that stuff.
No,
He was shooting
and it
people
has to be
space.
people that they care about.
Has
Like if a
Elon
Saudi
even been to
prince went
space?
to space, nobody's going to give a shit.
I
But
know,
if Katy
honestly,
Perry goes,
with the
people are
track
going to
record
look.
of
It's good
rocket
marketing, you're
explosions,
right.
I wouldn't
That's all it
test
is.
it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to space. I
I'd
never
send-
want to go to space.
I'd send AI Jaron up to space
you
first.
go.
Well, let me also counterpoint that is who is going to be the kind of person who takes a trip out to space. It's not going to be you are.
I will go. Yes.
Okay, but are you going to be able to afford it?
Nuh-uh.
Nope.
Nope.
So then why
Do
then
they
why are
take the
marketing
Earnin
to
app?
You?
Can I
Why,
pay with?
why are they marketing to
Yeah,
your
that's a good
daughter
point.
if they're going to put Katy Perry?
Because
up
at some point it will become more,
available?
affordable. Yeah.
Okay, so-
Cars were not
Put
affordable.
this shit on your credit card.
Flying wasn't affordable for a long time. Using an airplane to go to a different country, that wasn't affordable until like the last 30 to 50 years,
Well,
maybe.
it wasn't like a commercial thing.
Exactly. So
I'm glad we
once-
got to talk about
Yeah,
this.
I'm going to space, guys. I'm going. I'm going.
Don't do it, dude.
Bro,
You're
all
just
right.
going to the top of the dome, bro. It's-
Yeah, I'll touch it.
Yeah, touch the nucleus up there.
Yeah, and then when I get back
Membrane.
down, I'll dig underneath it like in the Simpsons movie, through the sandbox.
Yeah. What's on your mind, Mike? What are you smirking for, dude?
Just mushrooms, fucking dads that don't or do exist.
Are you still Christian? Are you still a Christian?
Space.
This might be our best work.
Yaari's
This is the most
a
fun.
fetus of something.
I'll tell you what, dude, that was one of the craziest stories I've heard in a long time,
Yeah.
dude. I can't wait to hear your ayahuasca one, dude. Like, I know, I've been
Oh, I
meaning
think-
to.
I think you've told it on the podcast before.
I did. I told
Yeah.
Kevin Rodriguez the story.
God damn it.
Or-
Yeah, but that-
make me go watch an
You
episode.
did it on this podcast. I might
think I
have
told
cut
it
it
to-
because you. There was too
No,
many.
there was a part that you cut, but that
Yeah.
wasn't part of the trip. That was a year after the ayahuasca
Okay.
ceremony.
Okay,
I don't know if I talked about it. I mean, I've alluded to it.
you've alluded to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about it on Kevin's podcast that is never coming out. Apparently,
Yeah.
Kevin Rodriguez
Podcast or just that episode?
the podcast. He's been sitting on this podcast for over a year now.
Not publishing?
No, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? We shot all these episodes and he's never putting them out.
He's afraid to take that
Yeah,
leap.
man. You know, Nashville is different.
Yeah, let's get him on the phone.
Let's call him
Call
out.
Kevin.
Yeah. Let's call
Hell yeah, bro.
He and I have been talking about doing a podcast together,
Dude, I
and he
ain't talked to
texted me
Kevin
about it
forever,
earlier.
man.
But you gotta
Ayahuasca
start
is
together.
also part of the reason I became open to the idea of a flat Earth.
Kevin is?
No,
Oh.
the ayahuasca.
Kevin, you're live on the P Boiz. What's going on with your podcast?
Earth is flat.
With my podcast?
Yeah, with the all the
Kevin Rodriguez.
It's that Nashville shit, man. That Memphis
Yeah,
shit.
when are you publishing my fucking?
Oh, is that Jaron?
Jaron, Matt Yaari,
Who am I?
Brandon.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Who am I? Who am I, Kevin?
Yeah.
Shut it, say,
What did you say?
I don't
Is
know.
that Malachi, dude?
No, it's not Malachi.
No, I'm not. Who am I? Hey, Kevin. Who am I?
yeah. He said, it just don't know.
I'm your
He said,
favorite.
"I
I'm your
just don't
favorite.
know."
I'm your favorite white guy.
Dude, I don't know about that.
He said, you don't sound
Who's
like
that?
him.
It's Brandon Mullins.
Brandon. Oh, Brandon.
Anyways, what's going on with the Oasis podcast?
It just came out, bro. I just put out my first episode.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is it the one with me?
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm not gonna share it.
Why? I want to watch it.
Nah, dude.
Was that? Sorry.
Podcast.
It's a secret
It's a
podcast.
secret podcast.
Send a podcast.
All right, we'll talk about it on our podcast. So we're starting.
Okay, this is the whole thing, man.
What?
You just call me to talk about the podcast.
Yeah, because Yaari was telling us his ayahuasca story, and then he said, I talked about this on Kevin's podcast, and then I said, I don't know if that's ever coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna come out, bro.
All right, what are you doing?
Fucking let me know when you do.
I'm getting ready to go buy some groceries.
Man,
that's nice.
quit lying, bro.
Hey, Kevin, has your opinion on white people changed since you've moved to Nashville?
What was my opinion before?
They were just the worst.
No, you were saying that about yourself. They were like, white people suck, white straight men suck.
White
and I'm
women,
like, dude,
yeah.
love yourself, brother.
There it is.
Love yourself,
Talk
man.
about ayahuasca.
It's not your fault, man.
There you go. We're
I think it's your parents' fault.
Kevin, how's the guacamole in Nashville?
I haven't had guacamole in Nashville, bro.
What?
Yeah.
That's probably a safe bet.
There's a lot of good Mexican food out here, over here, but
You must feel
tacos
right
are
at
really
home.
good. Yeah, right at home. And yeah, everything's good, man. Jewish food is good. Master bowl soup is good.
You're just saying that out of obligation?
Out of obligation because I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Hey, wait, Kev, now you're talking to
To
me.
the industry?
Hey, let me ask you, bro, for the podcast, how many bitches have you ran through since you moved to Nashville? Will you just care to share? Is it on the 1 through 30 scale or 30 through 80? Where we at?
You know what, man?
He's had Tres Leches.
You said you fell in love?
I'm trying to fall in love, you know. So I was dating. I was going out with a girl, and you know, didn't work out, and that's it, you know. But so,
Ah.
yeah, just to tell you that, yeah, just choose one.
Choose one.
Choose
Yeah.
one.
He's on a monogamous journey, dude.
Well,
Hang up on him.
yeah, dude. Choose one. I'm sorry, bro. This is an all-male podcast.
All right, love you, Kevin.
All right, let's start fucking.
All right, let's start over. Welcome back to the people. No, it's been an hour. Is that good? Are you good? Are you happy with that?
We got anybody else any additional thoughts?
Anyone else we need to call?
We got plugs.
I'm kidding.
We got to do more prank calls. I love doing prank calls now, dude.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Yeah.
a nice one.
We did.
Do we have a better way to sync it to get the audio?
Yeah,
going?
this thing does Bluetooth. I just got to figure it out. All right,
Okay.
come back
Hey, that's
soon
smart.
for more prank calls. We did. Lemon Tech was called Chinese restaurants and asked them if they were circumcised, or asked if the chicken was circumcised, and that was a lot of fun.
What were some of the answers? What'd they say?
There's only one size.
Only one size. I was watching that. I was like, stand-up comedy's fucking bullshit. This is true comedy. This is,
He said, "Oh, one size, one size."
Yeah.
That's funny. That is good.
Jaron, do you want to plug anything?
Shit, I got some roast
Shit.
battles coming up. Brandon's
Yeah.
birthday's coming up, May 12th. We got a show going on there.
Nice.
We're gonna slap
fun.
each other with jokes, eat cake and shit.
Where is it going to be at?
It's gonna be at Punchlines, May
Oh,
12th.
really?
Yeah, come
yeah.
through around 5:30 to just start early donations, giving us get us drunk.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be there at 5:30. But I'll definitely come to that. Is it going to be
Yeah.
an open mic or is it just a show?
It's going to be the roast of yours truly.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey.
celebrating my 2
Okay.
years. Yep,
Nice.
celebrating my 2 years and my birthday
Oh,
on the same
nice.
night. Yep.
Is there a lineup or is it
It's going to be a dais of people that I know genuinely care about me, so I don't cry after.
nice?
We
Yeah,
have the
That'll be
day
nice.
set.
Yeah. So Sarah's not.
I've got
invited.
some open spots on the dais
Yeah.
still.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be Punchline. That'll be May 12th on Monday.
That's awesome. Dude.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of history behind that story that's really awesome that we won't get into on
What
the
story?
podcast. There was some beef in the scene with me and a couple people, and that beef has now come full circle, and I'm doing a show with them, so that's
Okay,
cool.
squashed it.
Yeah.
There you go. Squashed
The
it.
squash is a vegetable,
Name
but
drop 'em.
I'm not gonna.
Drop it.
Right, they squash the beats
Come out May
and I'm
12th and you'll see it in
vegetarian.
real time.
Find out.
And then May 17th, your boy will be on I Ain't No Joke with Jacob Russell.
There
So
you go.
come out to that. That'd
it
be a lot of
is.
fun. And then come see me at the Detroit House of Comedy and the Motor City Comedy Festival. Submissions are still open until the end of the month.
6/14. I'll be at the Indy for a roast battle. And
Talking
then-
to the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 6/14. We'll be at the Indy for a roast battle uncalled for, and then on 7:30 we're gonna be.
I think Malachi and
At the-
Lemon Sack are also on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. And then we got the Comedy Castle for another uncalled for next month.
Oh, really? He's doing
Yeah.
it. That's cool.
Yep. So I think that's gonna be the first time it's been at the castle. I'm not like really
Yeah,
sure.
that's
So
exciting.
like shout out to Nick Kelly and his
Friend
ass.
of the
You know what
show,
I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Doing the
no.
damn
He
thing.
actually when he was on, he kept on calling you Jaron. So
Hey, I get it, Jaron. I don't even matter at this point.
He asked me, he said, is it Jaron or is it
Fucking Polish
Jaron?
now?
And I was like, it depends on who you are. I was like,
Jaronski or
You
whatever.
know what
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? Like, what the fuck, dude? If jumping out of my window didn't seem alluring already.
Michael, do you want to plug anything?
No, thank you.
Come see him in Chicago. Go see him at the Laugh Factory soon.
I'm gonna try to get on.
You're gonna go every
Take
Tuesday to
one.
get on the Laugh Factory.
Probably.
and we're on 64th, not on 63rd.
There you go.
You know it. You know it. I got so much crime to commit.
I got so much.
We not on
Yeah,
63rd.
so many drugs to push and so on.
You got all your
really.
King Von references
Oh,
down,
yeah,
bro?
great.
Rest in peace, King
Matt, do you
Von.
have anything?
Nope.
Pour some help.
Do I? I don't even know what I am.
What?
Oh, hey, hey.
Easy now.
You fucker.
I don't know. Somebody's got to clean that up. He said it was fake.
What do I?
Did just the job.
Oh, I'm doing a roast battle on May 3rd at Stingers.
Stingers. Where's that at?
It's in Wixom.
Wixom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a bar, but the Malachi like knows the chick who runs the shows there, and so she's booked us on a bunch of shit out there.
Malachi
Oh, yeah.
knows chicks?
Oh, trust me, this isn't. No,
Not that kind of chick.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then May 9th at the Rex Theater. I don't know wherever the fuck that is. Some bullshit ass city. Yeah, I think that's all I have. Thank you guys for being on the P Boiz. Alec Flynn,
yeah.
you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you have faced your last day
You missed a
of
good
peace,
one.
Alec Flynn.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. You got your gun too, bro?
get strapped. Alec Flynn, you're never gonna sleep because of the P Boiz. Enjoy your day of rest.
Pop.
Yeah,
Hey, did we
Are you-
we did good enough to get on this wall?
the Wall of Fame.
The Wall
Sure.
of Fame, dude.
No.
But you guys have to produce the art for it.
Nah,
Brandon,
dude.
are you
nah,
working
dude.
at-
Close.
Are you working at House of Comedy tonight?
Clout. I don't know.
I'm not working
Wall
tonight, but I might be
okay.
up there.
Dude,
If you
I
see
can't- I
Alec,
sat right next to
tell
you.
him, you know,
I appreciate
That's
it.
he's got to be
enough, bro.
careful
It's rubbing
on the
off
streets
on
because
me.
the P Boiz, we're
Be
gonna.
more famous than we'll
Yeah,
put you
I'll tell
on.
him.
Okay.
How many
Cool.
Instagram
Thank you.
followers?
All
1,800.
right. Big piece.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Out of the #1 Mexican Comedy Podcast, a big deal.